Welcome back to the Home Run Home Show with Jody Guidry. Today we're shooting at the Stine store in Sulphur at the beautiful Cabinet Display Center. And if you're in the process of building your home or doing a remodeling project, I'm sure you have a lot of unanswered questions, such as what type of material I need, the quantity, or even the cost associated with the material. And to help solve that problem, we have Brian Vassar with Stines to help us with that today. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thank you for having me, Jody.
So for most part, when an individual is looking at a blueprint, it's very challenging and overwhelming. Most people do not understand how to read a blueprint.
No.
So how do you assist someone in reading a blueprint?
Well, first thing we do is have a meeting with them, find out what their what type of sidings they want to use, what type of windows and doors they want to use, and then we do a breakdown on the blueprint. Gives them a material list of the items they're going to use to build their house.
So most people, when they show up with a blueprint, they don't understand the type of material they need or even the quantities or the cost.
No, sir. No.
So how do you actually break that down and explain to them?
Well, we ask questions to find out, like I said, what type of sidings they want to use, what type of doors and windows, and then we break down the blueprint into sections, like the foundation package first, and then we go to the wall package. We'll break down all the walls, interior walls, exterior walls, and the sheeting, and then we do the ceiling joists, and then the rafters and so on.
So it's basically going formulas.
Yes.
So when you do a foundation package, you're telling them how many 2x12s they need, the 2x4 stakes, how much rebar, and also the cost.
That's correct.
And then once you design, or you come up with the actual cost associated, but you just handle the wood, the windows, the doors, and the shingles.
That's correct.
How do they get the interior cost?
Well, after I meet with them, I can set them up with our flooring department, and he will go through their flooring and find out what type of flooring they want to use. We can also set them up with the cabinet department if they want to use prefab cabinets, and also our appliance department.
So once you get all those prices together, then you can give them a one lump sum cost estimate.
That's correct.
And most people need this before they actually start bidding the job, because they got to determine how much sheetrock to determine the cost to hang it, to float it, the trim, how much cabinet they have to install, and so forth.
Yes, sir.
And I think we're fixing to meet David with the cabinet design to understand how to design and build cabinets.
That's right.
So now we're going to look at what it takes to get beautiful cabinet designs in your home. I'm with David Grubb with Stines. He's their kitchen design specialist. So David, when someone's wanting to design a kitchen, what is the first process?
Well, the first process is to get the blueprints. Let's sit down. We'll go over your plans, look and see what aspects that we want to work with. If we want to move a few things, quite often when they design a kitchen with your architect, they kind of place things in the kitchen, just general locations. It's not necessarily cast in stone. So we can change that up a little bit. Sometimes for the flow of the kitchen and the functionality of the kitchen, it benefits us to do that. Sometimes we can move a window over a little bit if we can get it before the slab's poured, before your framing happens.
So how long does this process take for you to design something?
Usually 3 to 4 hours in design work, an hour worth of meeting with the customer, talking to the customer, determining what type of look you're going for. Is it clean line? Is it a little bit more of craftsman style, or a little bit more of French country look? You know, just the feeling that you want in the kitchen. But first and foremost, we make sure that it's functional.
Now, does most people know what they want in their kitchen right off the back, or you help them through the process?
I can help them through the process, but a lot of people nowadays with the HD TVs and the magazines out there, they know what they're looking for. They know what they like. They may not know how to describe it, but they can show you a picture.
And y'all have a great display here that you can
sir.
actually give them designs and give them ideas of what their cabinets would actually look like.
And we try to make these displays to represent different character, different styles.
There's a lot of misconception out there about custom built cabinets versus prefabs.
Yes.
What are some of the questions or concerns most people have?
A lot of the concerns that people have with the prefab is the quality of the materials that's put into the cabinets. Some manufacturers still do use some particle board, and the particle boards come a long ways. It's more water resistant than the plywoods are now. But that's not understood by most of your consumers out there, and so there's some fear with that.
So it takes you a lot of time to educate them what kind of quality.
It does.
And I'm actually looking at these here, and I'm looking at these cabinets, and I'll tell you, these are solid doors in solid wood.
These drawer boxes are 3/4 inch solid hardwood dovetail joints. They all have the soft close full extension drawer glides on them. That is superb quality. You cannot make that go bad.
So basically, whatever imagination somebody comes up with, you pretty much can design the cabinets.
We really can, very much so.
And these great with the spice racks. There's
Yes.
so many different qualities and design that you have.
Wood tiered cutlery dividers give you an option to put utensils. You can have fine dineware in the bottom and then use your everyday eating ware in the top. And you have, all sorts of different accessories that to really make these things function well for you.
Now, do you actually design the countertops and the backsplash as well?
Yes, sir. I mean, we coordinate the colors if you need us to do that. A lot of times people have their own options, their own thoughts on what colors go, but if you don't have a clue, then we can help you.
So basically, once they design the blueprint and before they pour the slab, they need to come see you about all
That's
their
right.
cabinet needs.
That's right. And what as a designer, what I'm really mostly concerned with is the function of the kitchen and how well it flows and how well it stores your things. After that, we can look at the colors and the granite and the Cambria options, different quartz materials to really pull everything together.
Well, David, I appreciate you for being on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And if you have any questions about today's segment, please send us an email at homerunhomeshow@gmail.com.